get from here to here. In the next few minutes, we will explain how we take our own Jersey milk and make it into delicious Young's Farmstead cheese. It all started with the receiving of our vat and equipment from Holland. This is how we make baby Swiss cheese. It takes about 24 hours to become a block of cheese ready to age. The obvious first ingredient in our cheese is fresh Jersey milk. We use over 1,100 pounds or 135 gallons of milk to get about 150 pounds of Swiss. The milk travels from a refrigerated holding tank in the milk house to our cheese vat. Once the milk has finished transferring to our vat, we begin warming it to 90 degrees. Then we add the culture. Bacterial cultures are a key to cheese making. The types of cultures used in the production of the cheese, along with how long it's left to ripen, is what determines what the cheese will taste and smell like, as well as its texture. The cultures we use for the baby Swiss cheese are mesophilic lactic acid, along with propionic bacteria. Propionic bacteria creates the holes or eyes in the baby Swiss cheese. The adding of the culture creates an acid in the milk and provides flavor and character to the finished product.
Added the rennet into the cheese, and what that's going to do is coagulate the milk into kind of like a jello form. And once we do that, we're going to let it stir and mix in here a little bit. Then we'll rotate the plates so they go the opposite way. And what that's going to do is just calm the milk down, so it's not spinning around in circles. And that will give the rennet a chance to set up, and then we'll be ready to cut the curd.
The curd is then cut. This process breaks the curd into small pieces. The curd will look a little like cottage cheese before we cook and press the curds into cheese. We have stirred and cut the curds for about 30 minutes. Now we need to start separating the whey from the curds. Here we take out 25% of the volume from the vat, or about 30 gallons of whey. Once the whey has been removed, we will add about 30 gallons of 120-degree water to warm the curds up to 96 degrees. This is the beginning of the first cook. Cheesemakers call it cooking the cheese because it begins to harden the curds and develops the taste and texture of the cheese, though the final product is still at least 60 days away. Next, we slowly increase the temperature 1 degree at a time using the heated steel jacket in the cheese vat until a final temperature of 103 degrees is achieved. We take out another 20% of the whey. Then we remove the knives and stir blades. We are now ready to begin pressing the cheese in the cheese vat. Now that the cheese is done cooking and mixing, we need to drain all of the whey from the curds. The screen acts to keep the curds in the cheese vat while the rest of the whey drains.
Right now what we're doing is pressing the baby Swiss curd underneath the whey, and that gives it a chance to pack inside the cheese vat. And once we're done for 20 minutes, once we're done with that, then we're going to drain the rest of the whey off, and we'll be ready to put the cheese in the block.